2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Waste Management Phoenix
Carson, thanks for the like.
to kick off. Delighted to have 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beem in the booth. I'm Luke Elvey, and it's a good morning to Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm pleased to be covering this featured group. We've got a fresh rivalry developing between these two players as well, so that should provide some great entertainment to the spectators this week.
So it looks like they aim to beat Justin Thomas. Should add a bit of extra excitement to our coverage today, Henny.
Oh, that goes without saying, Luke, but Justin Thomas will not be easy to beat. I don't think there's a more competitive man out there on tour.
No, you're absolutely right there. He's a complete player. It'll certainly be interesting to keep an eye on this rivalry throughout the event. He finds himself in a share of 10th place. The second hole at TPC Scottsdale is a mid-range par 4, playing 442 yards from the tips. Bunkers on the right side need to be avoided, which leaves a good mid to short iron approach to a green that is bunkered front, left and right. So a good accurate approach required. Well, that's a handy shot. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
He's got, oh, I'd say roughly 120 here. What a drive that was. Club up. I like this play.
Oh,
that's a great shot. It sets up a wonderful birdie look here at the second. And this effort by Justin Thomas.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. Some momentum being built now. That's back-to-back birdies.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
This one's looking good off the tee. That should find the short stuff. Rich, I know it feels like we say this each week, but I just love being here in Phoenix. If there is one event on the tour that just seems to elevate itself beyond all the others because of all the people that come here to enjoy it, it's this one.
It is certainly a different event than all the others. Now, there's other tournaments that are trying to replicate what they do here in Phoenix, but none of them are successful with it. When you have as many as 650,000 people coming through the gates during the week, you know you're in for a different, unique opportunity here on the PGA Tour. And to play in front of all those folks, even though you know most of them aren't really watching you play golf, they're kind of looking around the crowds and being entertained by everybody else. Still, to have all those people just seemingly right on top of you, it gets to be a little nerve-wracking for some of these players.
The par 3 fourth at TPC Scottsdale, fairly straightaway hole, but bunkers again, front, left and short right, requires a pretty accurate and solid strike. Looks to be going with the 6 iron. That could play.
And this player seems to not be too intimidated having Justin Thomas in their group today. That was a fantastic shot into this green.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. A good chance to take it even deeper here. This putt's for 4 under.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
It's tracking. Just didn't drop. Good putters will make these right on 5 feet. I like the look of this. And nicely holed. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The 5th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a strong par 4, playing 470 yards from the back tees. There's a big bunker down the right-hand side that will catch any drive not hit with authority. The approach must be accurate with the bunker on the left-hand side. Anything just slightly missed here will be punished. That's nicely done. Henny, what have they got in front of them here?
Setting up here from about 145 yards.
Opting for the 9 iron.
Oh, this needs a little right turn, Clyde.
That's a super shot. That's another green in regulation.
Another green in regulation. This is an absolute clinic.
That's frustrating. An opportunity to make their par. In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot.
And being a couple off the lead, they can't afford to miss those birdie opportunities.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Just 2 shots back after that hole. The 6th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a solid mid-range par 4, 432 off the back tees. And again, it's more position off the tee that's required here with the bunkers on the left-hand side. A bold player is to fly it over that bunker on the left and leave just a short wedge in. Bold players will get off this hole, but a safe strategy lays back before them. And he's down there.
He's got roughly 105 yards here.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. Wow, that almost went in the hole. And he needs this to save par. Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. The 7th here at Scottsdale is a par 3, a straightaway hole, but bunkers left and right of this green ensure that a nice straight shot is required. Opting for the 5-wood.
Oh.
That was never really a comfortable shot for them, was it?
And coming up well.
Oh, Adam,
short.
thanks for the like, buddy.
Oh, that one just
almost
missed the
bounced
hole.
it in.
That's on the green, but still a fair way away from the flag. And just about 8 feet left to the hole.
This is huge for momentum. Gotta try and hold this. This for par.
Now let's switch our focus to Justin Thomas.
He's currently in 4th place.
Oh my, how about that for a par?
Tough bunker shot, no bother whatsoever for this player. They find the bottom of the cup.
The 8th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a very strong par 4, playing over 475 yards from the back tee. There's a couple of pot bunkers down the left-hand side that need to be avoided so you can get to the green in 2. If you're going hard here, there's a tree on the right-hand side that can prevent a good second shot or a line to the green. 2 well-struck shots required to get to this green, and even then, your par's not secure. Justin Thomas, the major champion, world #1 player, really has all the attributes, doesn't he, Rich?
He does. His focus on his own game is amazing. I think that this kid really understands how to play the game. He's got all the shots, but he doesn't try and get up there and hit it as hard as he can every single time. He gets out there and he learns how to play the game, hit the finesse shots when you need it, take some risks when you need to, but also back off when you don't need to. This kid is a real deal, complete game from head to toe.
And now 4 under for the tournament. The finishing hole on the front 9 at TPC Scottsdale is a par 4, measuring 453 yards from the back tees. There's plenty of room off the tee to the left, just so you can avoid that bunker on the right. There's a bunker short of the green here that needs to be avoided, a short little pot bunker. But 2 solid shots here will allow a chance for a birdie.
Just needs a little bit more of a kick to the right.
That was a bit of a miscue.
Oh, a little shorty Baker on that action there.
Let's see if he can make this and keep the par on the card. Oh, just missed. Just a short putt remaining here. Rich, this player's just a few shots back with the last 9 to play. Did you prefer to be the greyhound or the bunny?
I want to be the greyhound. I'm sprinting away if I possibly can. This player's 3 back. They need to start sprinting.
Playing from around 110 yards out. 3 strokes off the lead. Choosing the 9-iron here. And he's hit that inside the range. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Can't be too aggressive here. Take your medicine and move on. This is down the hill.
Okay, steady now. It's just about 3 feet away.
Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. Now let's head over and see what JT's been doing.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
The 11th is a par 4, playing 472 yards and a huge water hazard down the left-hand side. The best line is a drive as close to that water without taking it on. Anything that leaves about 150 to 170 yards in will give you a chance to set up birdie.
Taking aim from about 170 yards.
This one is right down the pipe. This player's dialed in. What a shot.
Wow, that really put some pressure on their playing partner. I think this rivalry just got a bit of a boost with that amazing approach.
Water becomes a real feature here in the final 9 holes at TPC Scottsdale. Here we are exposed to it at 11.
Second shot at 11 is very difficult. Water hugging the left-hand side. The bunker fronting the green is no fun. The one in the back part of the green is no fun. Anything out to the right is just fine.
Oh, that was a terrible putt.
Ouch, that hurts. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. This hole is a par 3. Looks to be going with the 5-iron.
Nicely done.
Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
You know, Luke, I've heard this metaphor before. Every once in a while, a blind squirrel finds an acorn. I believe that rings true in this scenario.
An opportunity to make a par here.
They've
Really?
got this putt to pull ahead of Justin Thomas. This group rivalry could get interesting.
The 13th is one of the good scoring holes in the closing 9 at TPC Scottsdale. It's a par 5 measuring 558 yards. Job 1 is to avoid that huge water hazard to the right or the tree on the left-hand side that juts out into the fairway. If you're clear, you'll have a chance to knock it up near towards the green or just laying it back to a comfortable yardage of around 100, 125 yards. A chance for a birdie here to really ignite your charge. And this player's really going after it here, Rich.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there.
And this putt to move into the top 10. Be the ball, Danny. No. Oh, birdie with big wings. Great putt. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. The 14th is a strong par 4, almost measuring 500 yards from the back tees. The bunker that sits in the fairway should be covered. Anything around 190 to 200 yards out will give you a green light to go for this flag, although a 4 here never hurts.
From around 170 yards here, 4 strokes off the lead. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron.
That's right out of the copybooks. Exquisite.
And as good as they putt, you almost have to guarantee this one.
Starting to look really good.
And back to the play, shall we? And this putt to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard.
Surely it's going to.
And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. Well, that's a lovely way to make a move into the top 5. Trailing by a couple of strokes now.
I tell you what, inching closer to that top spot on the leaderboard, things are definitely heating up. Absolutely tattooed that one.
Time for the second shot at the 15. Going with the hybrid. And here we are with the 3rd shot.
Just 2 shots behind.
Certainly makes putting easy if you can chip it that close.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Currently 6 under for the round.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Going with the 7. You're going to put your foot down. This is as good a time as any. You don't need much to fire up this crowd, and that one will get them on their feet.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
Let's return to live play now. Great opportunity here for him to drop this putt and get closer to the lead.
Always rooting for this player, Luke. I hope this one goes.
A bit too much pace on that one. Just a 4-footer remaining. Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt. He's currently in the second position. The penultimate hole at TPC Scottsdale's an absolute beauty. Do you go for it or lay up? A drive here that's just slightly pulled will find the hazard to the left. But if you're short right, a chance to get up and down for your birdie and really push for the title. Well, they got after that one right up near the surface. Good play.
Nearly finding the dance floor there, Luke, off the tee. Great stuff.
Inside a couple of shots here. This would be a good putt to drop. Super shot that. And that will take him to 7 under. And this effort by Justin Thomas.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Second shot here on the 17th hole. What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. Let's take a look at the current standings. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. That's tiny. Well, they need to stick this close. A birdie would tie them for the lead and force a playoff. That's a lovely shot here at the 18th and a chance for birdie at the last. Never known a pro who doesn't like a 63. Let's hold this putt. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. That's half a chance of being holed, this one. And we're all over. Bar the shout. Well, Rich, that's a shame. They came out of the gates very fast, but in the end just fizzled out.
When you get off to a hot start like that, usually there's only one place to go, Luke, and that's down. And unfortunately, that's what happened to this player. It's a shame.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Helvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.
UK Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Genesis Invitational. Today's coverage is just about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be following this featured group because there are rumours of a rivalry brewing between these two players.
Well, it looks like this player is aiming to beat Leauge Thompson, which very few people can boast. This should be an exciting showdown, Henny.
Luke, Lexi's young but has been on tour for about 30-40 years it seems. She's been playing forever. She doesn't lack in experience. She can do it all. Not to mention, you'll be looking at her back for most of the day because she'll outdrive you.
Yes, Lexi loves the long ball, and so do we. Good luck in this rivalry because when Lexi gets on top, it's very hard to beat her.
He finds himself at a share of fourth. We know that Riviera starts with a 5-4, but it may as well be a 4-5 because the par 4 second is tougher than the par 5 first.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right, back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
Just 3 feet to the cup.
Gotta try and save the par here.
Currently 2 under for the day. Pacific Palisades in California, the site of Riviera, the third hole, par 4, elevated tee shot.
A fairly generous fairway, a little bit more room out to the left than what players can see off the tee shot. Second shot is going to be downhill to a green that basically chases away from the player, going from the front portion of it all the way to the back. Difficult to get your second shot close here.
Got great connection here. Yeah, this is looking good.
Getting ready to play their third. Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me? And that will move him up the leaderboard as well. Why not take another look at that effort?
Yeah, Sevi would be envious of this one. What a chip in.
Now moving over to Leauge Thompson.
She's 1 stroke behind her rival in this event.
Okay, let's get back to the action. So many wonderful holes at the George Thomas designed Riviera Country Club. This par 3 fourth has to be one of them.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
Really controlled the flight there nicely with that wind.
Let's take a look at Leauge Thompson, shall we?
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
And a chance to move into a tie for second here. That was a gallant attempt.
Putting for a par here.
Just 2 shots back after that hole. Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
Now this is a challenging one. A lengthy putt awaits.
Let's get back to it, shall we?
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Good chance this one, right on 6 feet.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
Really?
Not sure if they understood the lie of the land there, Rich.
A bogey putt awaits.
He's currently tied for 5th. The 6th hole at Riviera is one of the most famous par 3s on the West Coast, Rich. An absolute beauty.
It looks like a giant green donut with the bunker right in the center of the green, doesn't it? I love this hole.
Here's a chance to get up and down from the greenside bunker. That's brilliant out of the sand. You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one. Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement of the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it. But again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rivals scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
Sitting at 2 under in a share of 7th. Beauty of a chip shot there.
You better believe it is great.
Are you
stuff to
serious right now?
Bit too heavy-handed there. 3 feet to go here to the hole.
Fucking bullshit.
Down she goes. Let's head to the next.
Well, that's a shame. That'll drop them down the standings, that's for sure.
The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose-your-own-adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flag stick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway,
Really?
that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flag stick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
This putt is about 8 feet.
This is important. Big par putt here.
Good looking putt. Nice little putt to hole, that one. Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. It's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Yeah, give yourself a pat on the back. What's in front of them, Henny?
Setting up this putt 15 feet from the cup.
Ooh. And this one is for his par. Let's take a look
Fuck
at
this
Lexi
course,
Thompson,
bro.
shall we?
She made bogey, gave one back on the last hole.
So after that effort, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders.
Here we go, Rich. The back nine on Sunday. What are your thoughts so far?
I love it. Absolutely love it. This player is near the top 10. They need a few more birdies. A good solid 9 holes should see them inside the top 10 at day's end.
Wow, Rich. That's impressive.
Oh, how about that shot? Taking out the big stick and going ahead and knocking her on. Love it.
Yeah, not even remotely close.
How frustrating. Maybe you can chip it back close and limit the damage. Boy,
Boy, Rich, that was a big-time save, that one.
And a chip in, Luke, just what the doctor ordered.
Our current leader is up by 3 shots. The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. 4 shots behind our leader.
Are you fucking high?
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She
My
got one
God,
back on that
dude.
last hole.
This next one from the beach. Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole.
Yeah, good bunker shot there. Nothing left for the par.
A 7-footer right here.
This putt to try and save their par.
A bit long on that one.
Oh my
so
fucking
close.
God, dude.
And this one will be for double bogey.
Get me the fuck off this hole.
And unfortunately dropping back to level with the card. When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par 4s, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevents you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
Well done. That takes the pressure off the putt. That's a chip to be proud of.
Such soft hands.
Putting for par. So no movement there. He stays at even with the card.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Certainly good at making the birdies, but let's avoid those bogeys.
Yeah, that'll work. That's fine.
And they're playing from about 140 yards out.
Puff of wind blowing right to left.
That's a tad wayward. Not quite finding the surface.
Wind is absolutely swirling in this part of the golf course.
And from the green side rough here. Six feet remaining to the cup.
This is what they have left for par.
Top effort that. Now 7 shots behind after that. The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Hit a 7-iron, a high little draw 7-iron, and 2 hopping right in the hole, Luke. That's what I suggest. That makes it easy.
Okay, that'll work.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it?
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's got momentum now. Just birdied the last hole.
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. Sitting at 1 over for the event. The 15th, Rich, a very good par 4. Although, if you're Victor Hovland, maybe the fairway's not in your line of sight.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
The ladies' game has been dominated by Koreans for such a long time, but America has been able to have this resurgence basically off the back of Lexi Thompson and the generation she's started to inspire.
Lexi Thompson is so fun to watch because she's got a very unique swing, and when you look at it, you kind of look back and you go, okay, that went a long way. Okay, that went right at the hole. And she's got such control over her golf ball. It's amazing. And the wins are going to continue to pile up for her year after year. I'm blown away by the fact that she is so aggressive on every single shot. There is no laying up in her game, and I love that. Now, that might cost her a few wins, but I tell you what, she's going to have a lot of wins because of that as well. I love the way she plays the game. It's exciting.
Ooh, that almost went down. And the putt drops, now 1 over, heading down the stretch. This is Lexi Thompson. And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. The 16th at Riviera Ridge is the last chance to get amongst the birdies on a par 3.
A breathtaking short par 3, 166, an island green surrounded by bunkers.
Not sure if that's how they drew it up.
Oh, look at that. The wind just wreaking havoc with that shot. Disappointing.
Ooh, almost went in. And a par putt awaits him. It's on a good line. Now 8 shots back after that hole. The last genuine scoring hole at Riviera is certainly this par 5 17th.
Any hopes of getting it home in 2, you better come up with something special off the tee and make sure to avoid the bunker on the right-hand side.
Getting ready to play their third.
The breeze is moving left to right up there.
Oh, golf clap. That's a beauty. And this putt to move into the top 20. It was on a good line. Putting for a par now. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. One of the most famous finishing holes on the PGA Tour, Rich. This 18th at Riviera is a classic.
Aim for the palm trees in the distance, which are located just on the left-hand side of the green. A good tee shot there will set up an awesome looking second.
Sitting at +1. Looks to be going with a hybrid here.
This one needs to kick left and kick left hard.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Firm back up the hill. This will be a good one.
That's frustrating. A round now in the books. Good luck next time. Well, Henny, when we saw this player pick out Lexi Thompson as their rival, we thought, wow, that was bold, that was ambitious. but they were up to the task and delivered the win.
Luke, Lexi does not take any prisoners. This player challenged her at the beginning of this event and beat her in the end. Great to be able to follow this individual battle throughout the event.
On behalf of Rich Beam, Henny Kuyak, John McCarthy, I'm Luke Elvey saying so long from 2K Sports. .2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Northern Shore Open is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Kuyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very much looking forward to bringing you the action from the golf course for this week's featured group. Now there is a sense of maybe fear, heightened competition this week, as this player has said that they're starting up a rivalry with their playing partner.
So it looks like they're trying to beat Colin Morikawa this week. That's ambitious. Seems like a friendly duel from the outside, but could create some extra sparks today.
I almost just have to laugh. Someone saying they're going to beat Colin Morikawa. Does that even happen these days? He's one of the most consistent players on tour. I don't know that he's beatable.
Well, he's been accused of having a balky putter occasionally, but you're right. Iron player as good as Tiger Woods in his prime. The short game's irresistible, but I think the most impressive thing about young Colin is his mindset. He's got a 40-year-old mind on a 20-year-old body. No wonder he's winning at a decent rate of knots.
Oh, they're going to walk this one in.
Ooh, right by the hole. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. Now let's hear from our on-course reporter, John McCarthy, who I see is just rolling up his beach towel. Been striding the fairways here in Florida for the last couple of days leading up to the event. John, what's the Emery Beach Club all about?
Well, Luke, one thing it's about is it's about water. Water hazards will feature prominently on this course this week. The greens also very undulating. There are ridges, there are shelves, there are tiers. I hope the players have done their homework this week, because these approach shots into these greens, they're always important, but especially so here at Emery Beach. Several holes feature one of Beamer's nemesis, the tiny bunker. The tiny bunker is in play this week, so you got to be careful off the tee as they seem to pop out where you least expect them. Beautiful Florida course, though. I will enjoy the scenery, and I hope the players will enjoy the challenge of Emery Beach Club this week.
Well, this is a little bit of a birdie blitz going on from the player. Can they make another?
It's a good start to the day. Let's hope they can keep up the good form.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Needs this one to kick right. Now over to Colin Morikawa.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
That's incredible. And this putt to move into a tie for first place.
Oh yeah, this is tracking nicely.
Ouch, that hurts. Just a simple tap in for par on this one. The fifth hole here at Emery Beach Golf Club is 172-yard par 3 from the back tees. Rich, your thoughts?
Look, the water on the left-hand side really is just there for decoration. Doesn't come into play. The difficult part, though, is this green sits well above the fairway there on the left-hand side. Most players are going to be bailing out, not wanting to go in that bunker to the right, but you miss it out to the left. You got a really challenging up and down.
And this putt for a share of the lead. Not a bad line, this. Yeah, good job. Nice par. And as the scorecard suggests, heading up the leaderboard. Welcome to this hole. It's a par 5. Bit disappointing, that one. Well, every week there's a certain bunch of players that everyone keeps an eye on. This one seems to be exactly in that company. One of the strong favourites to win, don't you think, Rich?
Luke, absolutely. Week in and week out, this player has consistently performed at the highest level. I got to believe he's a lot of people's favorites to win this tournament.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Putting for birdie. And with that, that's their 4th birdie. And that will take him to 4 under. Deep into the front 9. Here we are at the 7th hole. That's a good-looking shot there. Few players in the history of the game have had a bigger impact so early in their career than Colin Morikawa, Rich. Some comparisons go as close to Tiger Woods.
As they should be currently right now with what he has done in the game so far in his young career. He's come out each and every week and put pressure on every single player because of his ball striking and because they know that there's no weaknesses in his game other than sometimes the putter. But when you hit it as good as he does, you're bound to make a putt now and again. And each and every week when he shows up, players on the driving range are looking at him going, okay, he's here. I got to have my A game.
Certainly feels like sky's the limit for Colin Morikawa.
2 major championships under his belt right now. Surely more in his future.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Just a couple to play here on the opening 9. Here's the tee shot at the 8th. Opting for the hybrid, I think. Yep, that one's on the dance floor. You can 2-putt that for sure. And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard.
get the fist pump ready. This looks like it's going in.
Wonderful putt. And that puts some real pressure on their rival now.
John, what's going on out there?
Hey guys, we are checking in with John Rahm as he gets set for his next shot here on the 11th. This one is for birdie.
This is buckets. And he holds it. What a putt. Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Teeing off now on the 9th hole. This one looks to be headed towards the fairway. Already a winner this season. Number 2 would be very nice here today. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Currently in the lead by a shot. Didn't that look good for a long time? Ooh, a 9-foot chance here.
This for a birdie run.
Ooh, nice looking putt. And that putt will drop and he'll extend his lead. And that will take him to 6 under. Ooh, this is a precarious position, if you don't mind me saying, Rich. They have the lead, but there's plenty chasing with just 9 to play.
Yeah, but I like the position. I like being out in front. That forces the other players to come catch you. I like their position.
That's heading into the rough, I think. Now over to Colin Morikawa.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Second shot here on the 10th hole.
All right, we're going with an extra club here.
Wonderfully played. This putt to get to 7 under the card.
Oh, that was such a good stroke.
Ooh, nice putt to make for a birdie. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. Looks like they've got the 5-wood. Oh, stop it. What a shot. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it. Little birdie look in here.
Oh, well played. And that will take him to 8 under. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. Here we are, Rich, on the 12th tee at Emery Beach. And this par 5 is at 550 from the back tees.
And what a hole this is. Bunker down the right-hand side comes into play if you really mishit it, but the one right in the center, that little zit, I tell you what, that is going to make some players angry. I can promise you that. If you avoid all that, second shot, fairly straightforward. Anything bailing out to the right is going to lead to a really simple pitch shot for your up and down birdie.
And he's holed it. What a shot.
What a fucking shot.
This is right out of fantasy land. Holding out from that distance. What a shot.
Holy shit.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's one stroke behind his rival in this event.
And there it goes from the sand. Our current leader is enjoying a 6-stroke advantage.
Holy shit. What a shot.
It's time to take a look at this 13th hole.
Don't think they're going to get another albatross here, Luke, but you never know. Golf's a funny old game, ain't she?
That's an awful error.
Setting up in some very deep rough.
Oh, absolutely flushed. There's part of about 6 feet coming up.
Their short game has been very impressive. They've been really sharp today.
Wonderful shot. Leading by 8 strokes now after that hole. Time to face a par 4.
Looks like they put a good swing on that one. That should find the short stuff.
Second shot here on the 14th hole. Going with the hybrid. Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it.
This one here, this is for back-to-back birdies, moving him in the right direction.
Big chance here. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
That was a gallant attempt. Sitting at 12 under par for the day. Quite often the hardest hole in golf, a long par 4. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
This whole location for him, well, it's about 185 yards out.
Going with the 6-iron here. Left yourself an opportunity. Lining up the birdie putt here.
Oh, fuck. Dude.
Okay, steady now. And this putt coming up for his par.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
Had a big eagle on the last hole.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. This looks to be heading to the green. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
I don't mind the look of this. Look at him just surging ahead at the top of the leaderboard. Currently in first position.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
Not bad. Second shot here on the 17th. So much easier when you roll like that, isn't it?
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
Now 8 shots in front. Now on the tee after a birdie. Fired up and ready for more. Handy effort, that one. Second shot here on the 18th hole. Seems to have chosen the 3-wood. Well, that was fantastic. What a shot from the leader.
It's amazing to see how good this player is in full flow.
Lining up here for a chance to win the tournament. What a putt to make.
Don't want to state the obvious, Rich, but a little too hard, that one. Okay, so luckily they've got another chance to get the win here.
It's got a chance. Oh, super effort that. Holds the putt to win it all.
If one is good, two is twice as nice, isn't it? 2 wins on the season for this player. Awesome stuff.
And Rich, I think you mentioned earlier that this player was your favourite. Well picked.
Oh, listen, it's not a hard pick, is it? This player has consistently been there all season long. There's no reason why not to pick them to win. They just make me look smart. That's about it.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.
Oh shit, no.
.2K Sports and the PGA Tour proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Hi Luke, I'm very pleased to be covering this particular featured group because there's a fresh rivalry developing. I smell rivalry in the air. It's going to provide some great entertainment to both the spectators and us this week.
Well, this week, Henny, it looks like they're intending to beat the big-hitting Brooke Henderson. She might be a kind Canadian, but certainly a fierce rival.
Yeah, she's not going to say sorry. Just make sure you don't look in her trophy cabinet beforehand because you might get intimidated. There's some big major championships in there. Brooke Henderson, speaking of big, hits it big, got big game, and is just so lovely on top of it all. I almost don't want her to be beaten.
Yeah, she's a born winner, isn't she, Brooke Henderson? This is going to be a tough rivalry, but one if you can win will certainly build your confidence. He's currently tied for 9th.
And moving down the leaderboard as well.
Right in
Bit
the
wild an
sand.
approach there.
Missing it short there, they will definitely be upset.
Well, this is some lovely momentum to take into the tournament, coming off a last start win, Rich.
Can't think of any better momentum. Obviously, the players firing on all cylinders. Sit back, watch, and enjoy it.
A par putt awaits.
It starts off on a good line.
So no movement there. The player remains at even par. Rich, the first exposure to the famous lake here at Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge is the third.
There's a lot of intimidating tee shots on this golf course, Luke. This could be number one. Water down the left-hand side, you obviously want no part of, but if you miss it right in the rough, that is very gnarly and nasty to come out of. The green works away from the player, moving from right to left. The miss is out to the right, but watch out. It's awfully quick coming down that green. Don't chip it or putt it in the water. This one headed left in a hurry.
Really?
Splash. That was a bit wayward. Time now for the fourth shot. A quality shot that. 13 feet to the hole.
rolling end to end. This looking nice.
Well, that'll avoid a number of drop shots. Well hole. Currently at +1 for the day.
Not much happening. Moving down the leaderboard, never a good sign. Luke, you're awesome. I want you to know that.
Thank you very much. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Getting ready to play their third. Currently 4 shots off the pace. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
And back to the course with the live action. What an opportunity to make a birdie.
And this putt to tie Brooke Henderson.
Looks good.
And with that putt, he's bounced back immediately from his previous drop shot.
This player is putting for fun.
So after that hole, he's now up to even with the card. The 5th at Bay Hill is the shortest par 4 on the front 9, measuring just under 400 yards. Ridge, placement off the tee, critical here.
It is. It plays straight downhill the entire way, so most players not taking driver out and challenging those bunkers. Lay up short of those, and you'll have a short shot to a green that once again chases away from you at the back end of it.
Ridge, Canadian golf has had a number of people to be able to hang their hat on over the years. Obviously, most recent on the men's side, Mike Weir is a major winner, but the impact that Brooke Henderson has had on the game seems to have been even more significant.
It has been, and she doesn't carry the mantle just for women's golf in Canada. She carries the mantle for Canadian golf in general. She's such an amazing, delightful young lady to be around. Her personality is infectious. She's just a good soul. And she carries that around to the golf course. I mean, 2-time major winner. But what I'm impressed about most with her game, Luke, is the fact that, you know, she is such a long hitter in the game. You don't quite see too many women in the game right now that they don't talk about hitting it long like we do in the men's game. But make no bones about it, she hits it a long way out there. That gives her a massive advantage over some of the other players, and that's why she is such a prolific winner on the LPGA.
That's a high caliber shot. Sitting at 1 under. Currently tied for 4th place. Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Well, that's beautifully judged. This putt for top spot on the leaderboard, or at least a share of it. This one's dialed in. Beautiful shot. And with that, he'll move to 3 under par. He's currently tied for 1st.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
Let's have a look at the 7th hole, a par 3.
Finally, you have a green that pitches back towards you ever so slightly, Luke, but still coming into it with a good 6-5 iron from 195 yards. It's still a difficult task to get it close.
That should find the sand. Just a little off with the accuracy there, unable to find the green.
Coming up a little short with that effort. Not bad.
Oh, that is brilliant. A bonus birdie.
Ooh, gets it to go. Fist pumps all around.
What an amazing shot. Let's take another look at that one.
Now this is how you play a bunker shot.
Currently at -4 overall. The par 4 8th, Rich, challenging tee shot and approach.
Love this tee shot here, Luke. The fairway camber's pretty good from right to left, kicking the golf ball towards that bunker. So make sure to take one less club off this tee From there, you make sure that you take enough club for your second shot to carry the front edge. If not, that golf ball will come falling back off the green into the drink.
Wow, very aggressive play on this approach, putting some pressure on their rival Brooke Henderson.
What do we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
Birdied their last hole.
Okay, time to return to the action. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
This is a 12-footer here. This for back-to-back birdies.
Ooh. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. Let's take a look at the final hole on the front nine, the ninth, and what a tough tee shot it is.
It is it ever. Players want to avoid the bunker down the left-hand side, so inevitably they push it out to the right-hand side, into the rough, into the trees. Now they've got really very little chance of reaching the green in two. So this is probably the most difficult tee shot on this front nine, and one they have to find the fairway with.
Nicely done. This one from about 160 yards out. He's currently tied for the lead. And choosing the 8-iron here. Yeah, that's a good line. That should find the surface. Just 6 feet between he and the hole.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Nice line.
Ah!
Just missed. Now that's got to be frustrating. Hit such a great approach shot in, but wasn't able to convert. Good chance to move to even par if they can make this putt. No, that's too bad. So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. Well, here we have it, Rich. This player's tied for the lead with the back nine to play.
Yeah, exciting position, isn't it? You'd rather have the lead on your own, but listen, tied for the lead, pretty good spot to be in. They're going to have to work to earn this victory.
Oh, seems to have got a big piece of that one. Striped. Looks to me, Rich, that this player has a ton of confidence. Put themselves right back in position to win straight off their last start.
They're going to have to make some birdies coming down the closing stretch, but they have a lot of good vibes coming from that last win. I expect more of the same this week.
Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Just didn't drop. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She had a bad previous hole, came off with bogey.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. As we move along to the next hole, they're currently tied at the top of the leaderboard with Jon Rahm. The par 4 11th resembles the par 4 third, doesn't it? The big lake on the left-hand side.
It does. It just has a little more landing room here on the left-hand side, however. But if you lay back, be prepared to go in with a long iron. If you take the driver out and successful, you now turn this challenging hole into almost a birdie opportunity.
That was wonderfully done. Trying to get to 5 under with this putt.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
Get excited. This could go in. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. And after that hole, they currently lead in first place with Jon Rahm in second. And the 12th hole, Rich, similar to the 4th hole. Arnold Palmer is really starting to mimic front and back nines.
He does. It's kind of the same thing. Out of bounds out to the right. You've got to avoid both those bunkers there, both right and left. You find the fairway. Again, second shot slightly uphill to a green that sits above you. One of the big dangers here, though, is going long. That is a big no-no to miss it long on this 12th.
Yeah, this is the stuff we love, getting after this par 5 and 2.
2 big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
Oh, that would have been outstanding to make the eagle.
Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Well, that's the perfect shape. Just controlling a fade.
And that fine play ensures they hold top spot on the leaderboard, with John Rahm trailing in second place.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Sitting at 6 under for the day, currently in the lead.
You like that, didn't you?
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
They've just got to focus on hitting the back of the cup, guys. This is up the hill, bit of extra juice needed.
If it's up, it could be in.
Yeah, they're good momentum makers, those ones. Good putt for birdie.
And that will take him to 7 under. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. And another of the uphill par 3s, the 14th, Rich.
This is such a difficult hole because this tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have a pretty difficult chip shot to a green that historically is the firmest and fastest on this golf course.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Steps up to a putt of about 15 feet in distance.
This is their look at birdie.
Looking really good, this one. It was on a good line. Big putt for par coming up. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. Our leader is up by 4 shots now. As we get into the closing stretch here at Bay Hill, the 15th, the par 4.
Strong par 4, dog legs from left to right. Don't miss it out to the right in that bunker. Not only are you hitting your second shot out of the trap, but also you've got some magnolia trees to deal with. This is a very difficult fairway to find because that fairway does chase away from you just over that bunker. This is a very strong par 4.
After a very consistent run of play over the last half a dozen starts or so, Rich, this player's coming with a whole heap of confidence, and they look to me to be one of the players to beat. Do you agree?
We've seen this player time and time again contend for tournaments, and it is no surprise to see him doing it once again this week. It is so fun watching this player. They're in top form.
13 feet to the cup.
This is tracking right into the front of this cup.
And mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard.
Yeah, with just a slim lead coming down that stretch, anything can happen.
Well, one of the great parts of the finish here of Bay Hill's club and lodge, Rich, is the fluctuations in scoring, and it all starts here at the par 5 16th.
Luke, you got to take advantage of this par 5. It's just over 500 yards. Find the fairway. Don't flirt with either of those bunkers out there. Second shot should be with a middle to long iron to a green that's surrounded by water on the left and bunkers on the right. But still, it's a great opportunity to make 4 or better.
Great shot. This putt to get to 10 under par. Oh, this looks pure. Oh, so close. This putt coming up is for birdie.
So far, so good.
Well, what a performance. 8 birdies on the card.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
And after that hole, they currently lead in first place with Jon Rahm in second.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on? Let's find out.
Going with the 5-wood. A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here on the 17th. Just 9 feet remaining to the hole. This one's looking good.
And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks.
And that fine play ensures they hold top spot on the leaderboard, with Jon Rahm trailing in second place.
Rich, as we head to the finishing hole here at Bay Hill, a famous finishing hole, so much drama over the years, predominantly by the great Tiger Woods. But most of the drama starts off the tee.
It does. This is actually a semi-blind tee shot. There's a mound down the right-hand side of the fairway where you can't see the golf balls land, so players won't know whether they found the fairway or missed it right or even out on the left-hand side. Most iconic moments in all of golf, in my mind's eye, Robert Gomez holding his second shot here back in 1990 to claim the title.
That's a pretty handy shot. This is always a good moment. A putt to win the tournament.
Looking good so far.
Oh, he's up, Tiger. Not the end of the world. There's another chance here to close out the... Oh, size them up for the red cardigan that Arnold Palmer made famous. You are the Arnold Palmer Invitational Champion. Congratulations.
And what a week it was. A fantastic victory. Sensational victory on arguably one of the tour's hardest golf courses. Way to go. Great win.
And Rich, what a performance. They've got back-to-back wins. What a force they're proving to be out here on tour.
I gotta say, this player is in full flight at the moment. Just sit back and watch how awesome they are at the moment.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.
Alright, chat. I'll be right back, and then we're gonna play some COD. Alright, we're back, chat. Went and got a drink. Oh, fuck. Sawgrass. Last round of golf, then COD, y'all.
PGA Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Players' Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our featured group is the delightful Henny Koyak. Hello, Henny.
Hi, Luke. I'm very happy to be out here. As this event kicks off, our feature group consists of 2 players that appear to have entered into this fantastic rivalry.
Yeah, so this week their goal is to beat Jon Rahm. Henny, that is by no means an easy feat.
No, if Jon Rahm is fired up, sparks could fly, you want to be out of the way, and he's just going to go straight through like a Spanish bull.
Yes, he's fire and brimstone, isn't he, Jon Rahm? All the Americans couldn't beat him in a Ryder Cup. This player, well, it's an ambitious rivalry to say the least. Well, that's a nice way to start, writing a little red number down on the scorecard at the first.
And that should calm whatever nerves this player has. Nice opening hole.
He's in a share of 7th place. The first of our birdie opportunities comes second, par 5.
Driver not necessarily required here because you have to shape your tee shot from right to left, and if you're a right-handed golfer, that's not the easiest thing to do. So lefties have a better opportunity, I think, of finding this fairway than most with driver. From there, a second shot over a long bunker to a green that's very narrow, dotted by pot bunkers. Truly is one of the coolest par 5s on this layout.
Whoa, fuck, the wind's gonna be a
that
bitch
shot
on this
back in the fairway.
fucking course.
And here we are with the third shot.
Puff of wind blowing right to left for him.
All right, he's going with a little extra club, gone against the caddy here. Let's see if it was the right shout.
We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Let's return to live play now. This would be a great up and down from this spot. Oh, I thought that one was going in. And this would be a great par putt if he can make this. Currently 1 under for the event. Let's take a look at the par 3 third. Straight away mid-iron to short iron shot.
Such a cool little par 3. Love this green. There's a low section in the front and a high section in the back, and anytime they put the pin all the way in the back section of this green, well, I tell you what, good luck on you. If you miss this green long and or left, that bunker sits some 5 feet below the surface of the green.
Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Rich, what kind of mojo do you think this player's got after winning in their last start?
This player has more confidence, I believe, than any other player in the field at the moment. This should be another good week for him.
Currently 1 under for the tournament. Well, the fourth is another great example that it doesn't need to be a long par 4 to be a testing one. This fourth can be menacing, can't it?
Just a small little twisty par 4. Just going to take out a fairway wood, find the fairway, and from there you're going to have a small second shot, probably a wedge. 3 distinct sections to this green, the front, the right, and the back left, and all of them have their difficulties when hitting your approach shot into them. However, in my mind's eye, if you find the fairway, you should have a decent look for birdie.
And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
Ouch, that hurts. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. That's well holed. Canada's Brooke Henderson currently on top spot as we pause for a look at the leaderboard. All right, Rich, the par 4 fifth. Strong hole this one, isn't it?
Huge mounding down the left-hand side that you want to avoid at all costs. The bunker down the right-hand side, to be fair, is not that bad, but a little further right of that, though, that's the water. You want no part of it. Second shot is downhill to a green. To be fair, that's mostly flat, runs from back left to front right, but one of the more benign greens on this layout.
Around 110 yards to go. 4 strokes off the lead. Opting for the 9-iron.
Stop.
Yeah, not a bad effort, that one. Up onto the green and a chance to hole your putt. This putt is to move inside the all-important top 10. Ah, that's frustrating. And well holed. Let's move on. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. The tee shot at the par 4-6 has changed a lot now that that tree's been taken out of the way, Rich. But what do you think of this short par 4?
I missed the tree. I thought that was a really cool feature of this hole. You had to flight it underneath the tree back in the day to find the fairway. The bunker down the left-hand side has been expanded quite a bit as the lake on the left-hand side has been added as well. The front part of this green is protected by tall palm trees that will certainly make you think on your second shots. This is a wonderful little par 4.
Putting for birdie here.
Ooh, right by the hole. You know, Luke Donald once made all 400+ attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour. And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. Sitting at 1 under the card, trying to crack into the top 10.
Oof.
That's definitely left of the green. Yeah,
Oops.
nasty. Bit of a pull swing.
That's a poor lie. Will he be able to get out of here?
They've got to use all the bounce and strength that they can muster. This is sitting down.
A chance to save the par if he can make this one.
Looking good.
Good putt, that.
We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The 8th hole, a long par 3 stretching 240 yards at its maximum. It's no sleeper, that's for sure.
I don't find anything sleepy about this hole. The front of this green is so narrow. There's no place to land it, especially when they put the flagstick there. This hole will grab your attention, as it should, because it's a long iron to a sliver of an opening. Even when they put the pin on the right-hand side, you want no part of it. The center of the green all day long here.
And Brooke Henderson currently in the lead here.
The final hole on the opening 9 at TPC Sawgrass's Stadium course, Rich, is a clever 3-shotter.
Par 5, 583 yards to the back. Most players will play this as a 3-shotter. Just find the fairway out to the left, second shot out to the right, sets up a very simple 3rd shot to a very narrow green. Miss it right or left, good luck getting it up and down.
Quality shot, that one. Getting ready to play their 3rd.
Just 3 strokes back.
Oh, shit.
They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. How close was that to going down?
And he's down there. You got a read?
Setting up this putt 11 feet from the cup. This is what they have left for a par.
This one's tracking. And in it goes for the par.
Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Jon Rahm getting ready for his next shot.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard.
Oh, Canada. Brooke Henderson leads this tournament.
As you make the turn here at TPC Sawgrass, the 10th hole is a clever one.
Pretty basic par 4, just 424 yards to the back tee. Players take out a hybrid or a 3-wood, hit it out to the right-hand side, which will leave a short second shot. However, lots of undulations on this green, so make sure your second shot is the correct distance.
Oh, that is flushed. Get on the green.
Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Yeah, the breeze ruffling their shirt, hitting their back. It's going to be tough to control the distance here.
Oh, that was pure. And this putt to move into a tie for 4th place. Go in. Oh, that had eyes for it. Lovely shot. And that will take him to 3 under.
And it's more great play from Brooke Henderson. She's on top of this leaderboard.
There's some birdie holes out on this course, and the 11th is certainly one of those, but there are some troublesome spots if you get out of play.
There definitely is trouble, but the thing I love about this hole the most, Luke, is that there's so many different ways to play it. Most players will take driver off the tee, but from there, now it's anybody's ball game. You don't have to go for the green on the second shot. You can lay it up over the left. You can lay it up over to the right. You can lay it up long left. There's so many different ways of attacking this hole. Each individual is going to do it differently. I love the second shot on this hole.
And here we are with the 3rd shot.
He's 2 shots back.
That a boy. Good shot. And this putt to move into a tie for 3rd place.
Better than most.
And down it goes. So that's back-to-back birdies. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. Well, that's certainly a step in the right direction. Keep it going.
Getting closer to that top spot on the leaderboard. This is getting interesting.
Not sure if this one will stay on the short grass. Oh, Henny, that looks like a putrid lie. Is it bad?
No, this is just unfortunate. So close to the fairway, but sitting really down.
We'll now move over to John Rahm.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Getting ready to play their 3rd.
Just 1 shot back now.
This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
Solid little par putt here.
Right over the spot they were looking at.
That will work. He's currently tied for 3rd. Well, as you start to head for home here at TPC Sawgrass, you're blessed with this wonderful par 3 13.
And this is a really cool par 3. You've got 3 distinct areas on the green, front right, all the way on the left-hand side, and the back right. Wherever they put the pin is going to dictate what shot shape you want to have into that green. I think it's a really cool design because it requires you to think about how you want the golf ball to land on the green and the way you want it to bounce. I think Pete Dye did a great job in designing this green.
Let's go to John Rahm.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. There's a few birdie opportunities out of the gate here on the 2nd 9 at TPC Sawgrass, but it really starts to toughen up down the stretch, starting here with a difficult par 4 14.
Difficult tee shot on this playing some 481 yards from the tip. You find the fairway and you've got a decent chance of finding the green with your second shot, but if you're out of position anywhere on this hole, your number will go up exponentially.
That got a little out of control, I think.
Yeah, trying to draw that one in there, but not committing to it, leaving it out.
Oh, that one just missed the hole. Currently 4 under for the round. The par 4 15th again requires another strong tee shot because there's some trees in the way, Rich.
Players do hit through a chute off this tee shot, which makes it a little bit simpler, I believe, for the players. Bunker down the right-hand side is no good because you'll have trees blocking you out with your second shot. If you miss it left into the pine straw, now you've got some trees blocking you out there, so finding the fairway is imperative. This green is no fun. You find the center of the green and you might be able to putt every single day, but in all reality, you have to find the correct section in order to give yourself the best look at making a putt.
This one's for birdie. Like the look of this one.
That's a lovely putt to make for birdie. Take some pride in that one.
And some kind of fast finish required if they want to win this thing.
As we head to the 16th tee, the famous par 5 reached the start of the gauntlet.
Ideally, players want to take their tee shots from right to left. Start off that fairway bunker and move it left back in the fairway. Anything down the left-hand side can get caught up into those trees and really cause players issues with their layup. You find the fairway, now you have a massive decision to make. Go for it or bail out to the left, thinking that's the safe play. It really is not. You have to be brave and try and find this green with your second shot. If not, it could come up and bite you.
This one should find the rough. Found the green side rough.
Oh, that was tidy. That should ensure the up and down.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. All right, Rich, you've stood there, you've hit the shot. Take us through the par 3 17th.
When you play here in a practice round, it looks like you could just throw it on there. But when you're in a tournament round, it doesn't even look like it exists. The hole changes so much when the tournament starts. That's what I love about it. You just add 35,000 people who are having some fun and ready to heckle you if you knock it in the water. Good luck. Enjoy.
Good look at birdie here.
This one looking really good.
Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Let's take a look at the current standings.
I can't believe this. Is this going to go in?
And with that, he's now broken the tie, all alone at the top of the leaderboard.
What a lovely position to be in, holding the lead, playing the last. Good luck. Oh, that's piped. That's heading down the runway.
And if you find yourself in the fairway, Rich, at the final hole at TPC Sawgrass, you've obviously navigated a very tough shot. There's just one more to play.
There's one final test. The second shot at 18. Water ever so close to the left-hand side. Green has a lot of movement from back to front. Find the right level. Give yourself a decent opportunity to make birdie, but par, never a bad score at the 18th at TPC Sawgrass.
Come on, ball. Don't deny him.
And that'll do it, Rich. Players Champion. That's one of the elite wins in their career.
Winning the Players Championship, Luke, is easily as good as winning any major because the field quality is so amazing. This is going to speak volumes for this player and the career going forward. This is a heck of a win. I can't wait to see what they produce next.
This is impressive. To win out here on tour is a big deal, but to go back-to-back, Rich, how significant is that?
Luke, winning once on the PGA Tour is difficult enough. To win back-to-back weeks, that's reserved for just the top players in the game.
Well, that was a thrilling day. And on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for your company. We look forward to the next time you join us.
Hello there, my name is John McCarthy, welcoming you to PGA Tour 2K23. I hope you are doing great. I think this is going to be some fun. We're kicking off a round of match play here. Let's begin. And he's ready to let her rip. Let's see how this hole goes. All right, he's in the first cut of rough. Let's see how he gets out of this one. They've gone with the 6-iron on this one. Taking a look at the elevated green from here. Come on, kick to the right. All right, let's see how he deals with this beach. Okay, here's your chance to go one up on your opponent. Well, this is a long putt. What are the odds? What do you think? Right by. And you'll go one up on your opponent if you can just sink this putt. Went right by. And for bogey. And off to a bit of a slow start after that first hole. We're over par, but don't worry. I have faith. And that'll drop. And after the first hole, we're all square. And let's see what the second hole has in store for us. And let's see how he does on this hole. And they're going with the 4-iron here. And here we go with his second shot.
Damn.
And this putt drops, you can go one up. Okay, here's a 5-footer. Looking good. Oh.
Brutal.
This putt right here will put him at one up. And a decent putt. Well,
Damn.
that was
Son of a
bit
bitch.
poor result, but we got another hole coming up next. This one's heading to the fairway, I think. All right, bombs away. Let's see what happens here. Let's go.
Wow.
And he will hit from the rough. Okay, they're going with the pitch and wedge here. And second shot here on the third. Swing was a little bit off there. This one's your third. Okay, positive thoughts. Let's save par right here. Oh my, good putt. Just didn't go. Okay, and if he sinks this next putt, he will go 2 up. And that'll drop the birdie. All right, your opponent is 2 up for the match. Looks like this one's in the fairway. All right, let's go. Let's launch this one out there. And through some branchy stuff here. All right, let's get back in form. Coming off 3 bogeys in a row. I think we can do better here, though. Well, let's regroup. And we have happened upon your friend in the rough here. Let's see how we can get out of it. Here is their 4-iron. Setting up here on the first cut. Ah, that didn't hit the mark, did it? And this is your 4th shot. Great chip shot there, pure. That's pure. All right, let's see what happens. This is his 3rd shot. And if this next putt drops, he's going to go 3 up.
Alright, well, fuck that game online.